All right, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the dragon and the bald eagle circling each other over the vast Pacific Ocean. The idea of a war between the US and China is, to put it mildly, absolutely terrifying. We're talking about the world's two biggest superpowers, each armed to the teeth with enough firepower to make the dinosaurs incredibly jealous. Now, predicting the outcome of such a conflict is about as reliable as predicting what a toddler will throw a tantrum about next. Completely unpredictable. But for the sake of argument, and because it's frankly terrifying to think about, let's dive into this hypothetical hellscape together. First off, let's be clear. Nobody wins in a war between the US and China. This would be a global disaster of epic proportions, with devastating consequences for everyone involved, everywhere. Let's talk military might because, well, that's what tends to come up when you talk about war and global dominance. On paper, the US seems to have the upper hand in terms of sheer firepower and resources. We're talking about the country that spends more on defense than the next 10 countries combined. A staggering amount. China, however, isn't exactly bringing a knife to a gunfight. They're well prepared. They've got a massive army, a growing navy, and they're making serious strides in hypersonic missiles and other cutting-edge technologies, rapidly closing the gap. But here's the thing, raw military power only tells part of the story. The strategic element is crucial. China would be fighting on its home turf, while the US would be projecting power across the vast expanse of the Pacific, a significant logistical challenge. Let's talk geography for just a second. Any conflict between the US and China wouldn't be confined to some remote battlefield alone. We're talking about a potential conflict that could engulf the entire Asia-Pacific region and potentially spill over into other parts of the world. For China, the goal would be to leverage its proximity to key shipping lanes and regional allies. They'd be looking to neutralize US bases in Japan, South Korea, and Guam, while also putting pressure on Taiwan. The US, on the other hand, would be reliant on its network of alliances and its ability to project power from afar. In today's interconnected world, a war between two superpowers wouldn't stay confined to just one region. Section 4. A tangled web of alliances. Wars aren't just fought on battlefields. They're fought on the global stage, with alliances and diplomatic ties playing a crucial role. The US, with its long history of global engagement, has a vast network of allies and partners. China, while not having as many formal alliances, has been busy building its own network of partnerships. They've been investing heavily in countries like Pakistan, Russia, and various African nations. If a conflict were to break out, would all of America's allies be willing to risk everything for a war that might not be in their best interest? Section 5. The high stakes of economic warfare. Now, let's talk about a different kind of warfare, the economic kind, because in the 21st century, wars aren't just fought with bullets and bombs, but also with tariffs, sanctions, and good old-fashioned financial manipulation. The US, with its control over the global financial system, could make life very difficult for China. China, on the other hand, is the world's factory, churning out everything from iPhones to sneakers. They also hold a massive amount of US debt. A full-blown economic war between the US and China would make the 2008 financial crisis look like a walk in the park.